I've always been involved in health food things because of just personal interest. But at one time, Pierre had a personal chef and nutritionist. She's written several cookbooks, but this is one of the cookbooks that I reference frequently. That introduced me to the importance of eating healthy and also what it can do. It takes a lot of effort to plan healthy meals, organize purchasing the groceries, prepping the food, preparing the food, cleaning up the food. It's more expensive than buying out, and you really have to be willing to make the sacrifice and be committed to it and enjoy the process. I do, so for me it works, but I can see why a lot of families don't do it. So you kind of want to find inspiration, try to enjoy it, try a new recipe, bring in a little bit at a time so that you can make it fun. Yeah. Lily, stand back because you might get wet. Now go ahead and put that there. Put it at the right angle. Up, up.
I'm going to put it right here.
Okay, ready? Hold on tight. Good job. Now go ahead and twist it and pull it out, bud. Nice job. When you're passionately dedicated to something, you're always looking for ways to keep it interesting, build that knowledge, be excited about it. So that had a big impact on our whole family. Thank you. Cheers. I've been really careful with Mateo's diet and excluding sugar in our home because his medical labs show that he has a real problem with yeast in his system. So if you give sugar to a child who has yeast problems, their behavior is more extreme than children with a nice balanced gut flora. So in that process, we have to remove sugar. We have recipes that supplement doing that so that he feels he has something he can enjoy. But in the interim, we have to be really careful at birthday parties. But it's for a short time, and he doesn't crave sugar like other children. He'll have a couple bites and he can tell it affects him. If parents knew the impact that removing the sugar from the diet would have on their children's behavior, they might consider making that sacrifice for a short period of time. So basically I'm doing one of my very favorite recipes for our family, and it's avocado chocolate pudding. It's been really instrumental to keep my children from eating sugar, which is a big focus in this family. If they're not eating sugar, they have a better appetite for their meals, and it's a lot easier to control their interest in food if they don't have sugar cravings. So a lot of what I do for the family is just figuring out recipes that will serve as a treat, and they'll be excited about as a reward, but it doesn't go against the no sugar rule in the house. So now we're going to cook these, and these are our treats later tonight after karate, okay? Sound like a plan?
Karate?
Karate. Mateo's more apprehensive with trying new foods, so we do different tasks to encourage him. We have a game we call musical foods, and we put the food on chairs and we play music, and then when it stops he has to explore food, and he can smell it or put it in his mouth or chew it and spit it out. But we do it about twice a week, and now he's eating cantaloupe from that game. And it's nice for a picky eater. It's a good way to make it fun, but you have to make the food, you have to have more yummy foods than yucky foods so that they want to play the game. But it's been work to do that, but it's paying off. Making the effort now is, I believe it'll pay off down the road. So. And what's your favorite meal? Not a snack, not a treat, but a meal.
Tandoori chickpeas and chicken. Peanut butter and bread and peanut butter jelly.
Mmm, yum.
But I think what we do also, beside the food, culturally, is take them to French lessons, on the weekend, so they get a chance to play with other kids, speaking French, so give them a sense that, French is not only for adults, it's also for kids, and they get a chance, to share it. You work on in French?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
So I grew up in Paris, in France, and when I was a kid, I always looked to America, living in France. I always saw this amazing country with the cowboy and the Indians, the vast country, a huge country with a lot of opportunity, a lot of adventure, a lot of entrepreneur, and always has inspired me. And then I landed in Venice Beach, where I met a lot of other kids skateboarding, and I became a world champion skateboarder. So I started from there, and then pretty soon it turned into having a business and developing etnies in the US. And it went from the passion for skateboarding to the passion of making shoes for kids and for my friends that were skating. You never know where sport can take you or where your passion can take you. I think in general you follow something you really enjoy doing, and it can turn into something you can do for a lifetime. But I found also something that was extremely key is the fact that you're constantly trying to find your balance, trying to be stay on the skateboard, jumping out of it, doing tricks, landing back on it. So it's constantly a balance, and it's a lot the same in life. We're constantly balancing ourselves.
I play soccer. I play 2 days a week, and I think the benefits of feeling fit and the benefits of enjoying a sport drive me to continue to do that. And I want my children to have the same pleasure from having a healthy body that they have control over, agility, and that they'll gain control over practicing a sport. And basically modeling it, the lifestyle. They see me play soccer on the weekends and they come to my game, and I talk about the experience. Oh, I'm so excited, let's go to mommy's game. And so they like soccer, which I'm really excited about. We go down to the beach and watch Pierre surf. So that in and of itself takes care of a lot of the encouragement. They naturally want to follow what we're doing. The harder part is getting them to do their own thing and finding a way for them to stay engaged and willing.
So being a kid, you always have dreams, and I think the importance is about putting your passion into your dream, because they are all achievable, but it's just a matter of commitment and persistence to make them happen.